We're looking at Bitcoin's chart. As you guys can see, we did close below this trend line. But again, remember this, guys. We did not confirm yet. And sure enough, we're starting to see a bounce back. This is why confirmation is so important to understanding what a real breakdown is or a fake out. So listen, yes, it's a close below, and we still could confirm because we're still below this line. But look at what's happening. Look at how Bitcoin was trading up to 67,000, which was right back to that line. That is now minor resistance. So there's a difference, right? I want to be clear on this. When you confirm below a level and you check back and it's confirmed below, this is now major, right? So with confirmation, right? I'll do a C for confirmation. So when you confirm below and you retrace, this is major resistance. When you go below and you don't confirm, this is just a small m, right? A little minor resistance, right? So in this case, this is minor resistance. If we confirm, it becomes major resistance. Now, this is important because what's the difference between major and minor? Majors, probability shifts heavily to being a brick wall right here that's going to reject price and force it to the downside. Minor, it's more of a 50-50. It's more like, okay, well, it's just a little bit of a tiny, thin wooden door where price can push through it if it really wants to. So that's the difference there, and I really want you guys to understand these differences in these terms when you hear major versus minor, right? Okay, so that's where we are on Bitcoin here, guys. It is below, it's still below, but unconfirmed. So we don't know yet if it's a confirmed breakdown on Bitcoin. We'll probably know within a couple days.
Wait a minute, everyone. Welcome to Bitcoinzilla, your platform for daily cryptocurrency analysis and news. Our mission is to keep it simple. Bitcoinzilla offers engaging information that is easy to understand. Our analysts keep their eyes on the latest news to provide valuable insights via email. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Join our community of 10,000 subscribers and experience the new edge with Bitcoinzilla. Subscribe now. In this video, Gareth will share his insights on: will Bitcoin's recent dip below the trend line turn into a major resistance, or is it just a minor setback? Also, despite warnings, retail sales are climbing. What does this say about consumer confidence? Moreover, altcoins took a tumble, but what's next for the volatile crypto market? Furthermore, gold and silver saw a significant reversal. Could this signal a short-term peak? After a tense weekend, the markets make a surprising move. What's behind the rebound? Let's join Gareth in this interview about these topics and more.
So the first things, we got retail sales here. Retail sales came in stronger than expected this morning at 0.7% versus 0.4% expected. Last month was 0.6%. So what do we take away from retail sales? Essentially that the consumer is still spending. All right, so the consumer, yes, we're starting to see a few companies warn, but not to an extent where retail sales are falling off a cliff. Next up, Empire Manufacturing Index. The New York Empire Manufacturing Index came in at minus 14.3. Anything negative shows a contraction. So this piece of economic news is showing that we are seeing contraction here. Was expected to be negative 5.2. Again, came in at minus 14.3. Last month was 20.9 minus, right? So in general, a minus 20.9 last month. This month, minus 14.3, still contraction, but a little less contraction than it was. Goldman Sachs reported earnings this morning, a 42% increase in earnings, $11.58 a share. The expectations had been for just $8.54 per share. Big beat there. Revenue, again, coming in at $14.21 billion versus $12.9 billion expected. All right, Tesla likely reducing their workforce by 10%. So again, 10% reduction in workforce. And again, Tesla is trading down ever so slightly. Bitcoin snaps back. We saw over the weekend a massive drop in Bitcoin, dropping sharply. The altcoins got absolutely annihilated. This was the beauty of it, guys, is that if you've been following me, every time I do my Bitcoin analysis, what have I said? I said, hey, Bitcoin, as long as it stays above this level and doesn't confirm below, it's safe. But then I've shown you altcoin charts and how weak they are. All of them were breaking lower. What happened over the weekends, altcoin stocks or coins got crushed. And then again, we did see a rebound. And the beauty of it is, if you're in my Smart Money crypto service, we literally got out of our altcoin shorts for profits and then flipped it around along, made, I think, 6 trades of 15 to 20% each just over the weekend in Smart Money Crypto. Pretty remarkable stuff, guys. Congrats to members out there. All right, so reversal in gold on Friday and silver on Friday. The volume was incredible. The reversal was insane. Topping tails, we're going to go over those in just a second, but that likely puts in a near-term top. I'm not saying long-term top because I still believe there's more upside, but you have to let the charts speak to you, and the charts on that reversal do put in a significant topping tail on the chart, which is bearish. All right, lastly, markets rebound. All right, so last night, the futures were opening, and everyone out there was thinking, oh my goodness, how much are the S&P futures going to open lower by? Instead, they opened higher. Why? Well, basically because the attack by the Iranians on the Israelis, it was very choreographed. It was very telegraphed. It was done on purpose to show, I believe, to save face, to say, hey, we're retaliating, but not to start a bigger conflict, right? When you send drones and then 2 hours before those drones arrive, everyone, even in the U.S., knows about it. Well, guess what? It's giving the counterparty the ability to shoot those down. And so I think the markets took a cue from that and said, okay, well, if this is the case, they're not looking for a bigger conflict. Hopefully the Israelis don't retaliate in a major way, and therefore you can maybe get through this. So the markets had sold on Friday on the fear of the attack. The attack ultimately was not as bad as expected. Therefore, the markets rallied to the upside.
Satoshi Era Wallet awakens with millions in Bitcoin. A dormant wallet from the early days of Bitcoin has resurfaced after 14 years. It holds millions in Bitcoin, captivating the crypto community. Bitcoin faced a 12% drop over the weekend, but bounced back by 7%. The cause is speculated to be related to developments in the Middle East. Despite volatility, Bitcoin remains a resilient digital asset. MicroStrategy, led by Michael Saylor, has outperformed Bitcoin. Since August 2020, MicroStrategy's stock surged by 1,097%, surpassing Bitcoin's 463% appreciation. Saylor continues to advocate for Bitcoin as a capital asset, using various financial tools to accumulate significant holdings. The crypto landscape remains dynamic, with both old and new players shaping its future.
Now, remember this chart I highlighted to you guys because this is just one of the best examples, and I love seeing these charts because over and over again, the analysis, it reinforces it, right? And that's why I show this kind of stuff, is because when I teach this, it's best to see it in real form, like happening in real time. Well, here was INJ, right? Injective. And by the way, we bought Injective at the lows in Smart Money Crypto right here, and we already sold it for an awesome gain. But the point is that this was telling us we were going to see a dump. So many altcoins had already broken their line. So remember, this line is the equivalent of that Bitcoin line that we were just looking at. The only difference is you closed below here and you confirmed while Bitcoin hasn't confirmed. And by the way, this happened literally like 2 weeks ago. So this had already confirmed below its support. Notice how it checked back to the scene of the crime. There's that check back right there. And then what happens? Oops, there it goes, right? So that is case in point, everything I teach in this chart of how it reacts. Now, again, you might say, well, why did he end up buying it? What was the idea behind that? Well, very simple. I just used technical analysis, right? So if we zoom out on this, where was your level of major support? And the level of major support was right down here, right? Look at this pivot point right here. We have this line here and all this sideways consolidation right through here. It makes sense that as we get down into this range, you're going to have technical support for a bounce.
Bitcoin's price roller coaster continued this week, with the cryptocurrency starting at $66,566 and facing significant challenges to regain lost ground after a 15% dip. Despite the weekend turmoil, Bitcoin has shown resilience, bouncing back from the lows above $61,000. The looming halving event, just days away, adds to the anticipation, with miners preparing for a 50% reduction in block rewards. As the week unfolds, Bitcoin's journey remains fraught with uncertainty, yet brimming with opportunity. Amidst geopolitical tensions, regulatory shifts, and market volatility, the crypto community navigates a complex terrain, fueled by both optimism and caution. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.